Welcome to Fella Travel. China. Number 15. The most populous nation on Earth. China isn't just any nation. It's a living, breathing tapestry of human stories. With more than 1.4 billion residents, it claims the crown as the planet's most populous country. That massive headcount means everything from food markets to high-speed trains hum with non-stop activity. Spanning roughly 9.6 million square kilometers, almost as big as Europe, China impressively runs on a single official time zone. Whether you're sampling street food in Chengdu or gazing at the dunes in the Gobi Desert, your watch ticks to Beijing time. That uniformity helps keep trains, broadcasts, and business meetings on the same schedule, even when sunrise and sunset can vary by hours across the land. Add another layer. China officially recognizes 56 ethnic groups, but the Han majority makes up over 90% of the population. Those 55 minority communities, though smaller in number, bring their own vibrant customs, costumes, and cuisines. And while Mandarin serves as the national tongue, you'll hear more than 300 languages and dialects spoken from Yunnan's highlands to the islands of Hainan. When people gather from different corners of this vast country, conversation can be an adventure all its own. Number 14. A nation of beauty and strength. Beauty ideals in China carry centuries of history. Fair skin, refined features, and expressive eyes have long been celebrated. Yet today's Chinese women also embody ambition, intelligence, and confidence. In megacities like Shanghai and Shenzhen, you'll find women leading Fortune 500 companies, driving scientific breakthroughs, and challenging old conventions. Their achievements signal how new values have woven themselves into age-old traditions. There's a demographic twist, too. China counts roughly 34.9 million more men than women, which has given rise to innovative matchmaking platforms and events in both rural villages and urban neighborhoods. These services blend traditional matchmaking customs with modern tech, aiming to bridge that gender gap. Can ancient beauty standards and today's progressive outlook really flourish side by side? That ongoing evolution in gender roles speaks volumes about how China balances its storied past with a dynamic future. Number 13. A living architectural museum. China unfolds as an open-air gallery where each boulevard carries echoes of bygone dynasties and whispers of tomorrow. From the ornate corridors of imperial estates, every painted beam and delicate carving conveying the ceremony of centuries, to daring towers of steel and glass that redefine skylines, the blend of history and innovation stuns at every turn. The Forbidden City alone boasts more than 9,000 rooms arranged around serene courtyards, its vermilion walls and gilded roofs still reflecting the power and ceremony of ancient rule. Stretching over 21,000 kilometers, the Great Wall once stood as a bulwark against invasion, and today stands as proof of perseverance and unity. Modern landmarks stake their claim too. The Shanghai Tower spirals upward in defiance of convention, while Beijing's Daxing International Airport, laid out in a starburst pattern, transforms the very idea of arrival. Architects in China's smart cities are testing sustainable materials and responsive designs that adapt to weather and traffic patterns in real time. Elsewhere, 3D printers assemble entire structures layer by layer, cutting construction timelines from months to days. Each bold project reflects a commitment to harmony between culture and ecology, memory and ambition, Soon, cameras will capture the hidden workshops where stone carvers preserve age-old techniques alongside robotic arms shaping tomorrow's skylines. For anyone drawn to environments that honor the past while chasing the future, our next travel documentary will guide you through these living monuments, revealing the conversation between old and new. Number 12. Life in the heart of Beijing. Beijing thrives on contrasts, where narrow gray brick hutongs coexist with the gleam of glass towers. Weekdays here can feel relentless. Chang'an Avenue channels a rush of vehicles inching toward the horizon, while below ground, one of the world's most efficient subways whisks commuters along miles of track. At dawn, public parks become stages for slow, deliberate Tai Chi routines, grounding the city in a quieter tempo. By midday, office workers pour from co-working spaces onto electric bikes or into ride-share vehicles, mobile apps settling transactions at street food stalls in a single scan. As night falls, lanterns flicker to life over skewers of spiced lamb and sugar-coated fruit at bustling markets. Neon signs beckon patrons into rooftop lounges where craft cocktails mingle with panoramic views. Cafes and micro-roasters have rolled out tables in former imperial gardens, blending the aroma of fresh beans with the scent of peonies in bloom. Mobile payments and digital guides make exploration effortless. Yet, it's the warmth of local residents, direct, generous, and eager to share their stories, that truly defines every corner. What keeps Beijing endlessly compelling is this blend of rooted ritual and restless ambition. Stay tuned for our next travel documentary segment, where we delve into the daily rhythms and personal encounters that bring China's capital to life. Number 11. The timeless art of tea and the rise of modern beverages. Tea in China is far more than a drink. It's a living ritual refined over 4 millennia. Every aspect matters. Water drawn from mountain springs, clay teapots that add subtle mineral notes, precise steeping times measured by both science and tradition. In tranquil tea houses beside jade-green ponds, hosts follow a choreography passed down through generations, inviting guests to pause, inhale delicate aromas, and engage in calm conversation. At the same time, a surge of contemporary tastes pulses through urban centers. International chains share sidewalks with local micro-roasters, filling the air with the scent of freshly ground coffee and serving single-origin brews alongside handcrafted syrups. Bubble tea has become a cultural phenomenon, too. More than 100,000 shops nationwide blend milk, tapioca pearls, and flavored concentrates into playful, customizable treats. Ambitious entrepreneurs experiment with fusion blends. Jasmine leaves stirred into cold brew coffee or oolong infused with adaptogenic herbs. Testing the boundaries of flavor and wellness. Neon-lit cafes showcase prototype elixirs that marry traditional herbs with modern superfoods, promising everything from boosted energy to enhanced mindfulness. This dynamic beverage scene captures China's knack for honoring its roots while charging full speed into innovation. Our upcoming travel documentary will take you inside both worlds, demonstrating how an age-old tea ceremony can unfold under the same roof where baristas craft latte art by hand. Get ready to see how every cup tells a story of heritage meeting invention. Number 10. The digital divide, a unique online ecosystem. Think the internet is uniform everywhere. It's not. In China, Western staples like Facebook, Google, and YouTube have been swapped out for a suite of local platforms. WeChat handles everything from chatting and payments to mini programs. Baidu powers search. Bilibili charms video fans, and Weibo fuels social conversation. These services don't just replace global options. They form a self-contained web shaped by China's regulatory environment and inventive spirit. Integrated mini-programs embedded in chat apps blur the line between social networking and e-commerce. So, whether you're ordering lunch or booking a train ticket, it all happens without switching apps. Short videos dominate cultural trends too, with creators using these platforms to influence everything from fashion to politics. Whether you're organizing group chats, streaming content, or shopping, you never leave this digital fortress. The result is an online culture that mirrors China's regional diversity and collective identity, with interactions and trends uniquely Chinese. Number 9. China, the global workshop. Look around your home, smartphones, clothes, kitchenware, even your car's dashboard components, all likely traced back to Chinese factories. This manufacturing juggernaut now accounts for more than 30% of the world's production output, catering to both mass market needs and high-tech industries. Giants such as Apple, Tesla, Nike, and Intel depend on Chinese assembly lines for their consistency and speed. Some analysts warn that if these factories suddenly halted, global supply chains would face severe disruptions. Beyond volume, China's homegrown brands are making waves on the international stage. Huawei and Xiaomi are pushing the boundaries of 5G connectivity, smartphones, and smart home devices, while domestic automakers lead the electric vehicle revolution. China's Belt and Road Initiative further amplifies its manufacturing reach by enhancing logistics networks that carry goods from coastal hubs to lands far beyond Asia. Our next travel documentary will dive into how China's production mastery and distribution ambitions are reshaping global trade patterns and fueling the next wave of innovation. Number 8. The wealth divide, economic power and social challenges. China presents a study in stark contrasts. On one side, it reigns as an economic titan, with dizzying GDP growth, cutting-edge technological advances, and a burgeoning urban middle class. On the other side, millions, especially in rural regions, face limited incomes and scarce opportunities. Surveys reveal over 40% of households earn less than $143 a month. In major cities, average wages hover around $1,000 per month, while in remote villages incomes can dip toward $300. Beyond earnings, disparities in education access and healthcare quality persist. Urban schools often boast modern facilities and experienced teachers, whereas many rural classrooms lack basic resources. Likewise, medical services vary dramatically between cities and countrysides, leaving rural communities with uneven care. These gaps spotlight the human side of China's rise. Policymakers have rolled out targeted poverty relief efforts and rural revitalization programs. But weaving a more balanced economic fabric across such a vast and varied population remains one of China's greatest ongoing challenges. Number 7. Celebrating life, traditions, and customs. In China, No gathering escapes the weight of symbolism embedded in centuries-old rituals. When birthdays arrive, the undisputed highlight is longevity noodles, celebrated for their unbroken length and pliant texture. These noodles stand for health and a long, thriving life. Serving a single, intact noodle symbolizes an unbroken journey, filling each birthday meal with genuine optimism. Street vendors and family cooks alike hand-pull each strand, honoring the custom through every twist and turn. Alongside bowls of steaming noodles, red-dyed eggs represent good fortune, and peaches suggest immortality. Instead of marking every year, many skip birthdays deemed unlucky, ages like 30, 33, 40, and 66, reserving celebrations for milestone years such as 60 or 80. These choices reflect a belief system that blends respect for destiny with gratitude for survival. China's holiday calendar is equally orchestrated, with fixed breaks like the Spring Festival and National Day spawning golden weeks. At those times, millions share the roads, skies, and rails, producing waves of travelers that surge through famed landmarks. People plan months ahead for family reunions or cultural pilgrimages, only to face overcrowded trains, full highways, and packed high-speed rail lines. If your ideal getaway evolved into a marathon against time and crowds, how would that reshape your sense of wonder? Number 6. Iconic destinations that captivate the world. China presents stirring contrasts where age-old monuments and futuristic skylines stand side by side. The Forbidden City in Beijing ranks among its most iconic stops, a vast imperial palace that sheltered emperors for generations. Wandering its orderly courtyards and intricately carved halls, you'll trace echoes of court ceremonies and political drama. The Great Wall of China remains unmatched, snaking over 21,000 kilometers. This monumental barrier commemorates human perseverance and strategic foresight. Traversing its rugged stones or pausing at a restored watchtower offers a visceral link to dynasties long gone. Beyond the capital, Liang ancient town earns the nickname Venice of the East with its canal network and arched stone bridges. In Shanghai, the Bun's row of colonial-era structures fronts the Huangpu River. Then across the water, the Pudong skyline lights up the night, celebrating China's economic rise. High on the Tibetan plateau, the Potala Palace looms at 3,700 meters above sea level. This white and red fortress once housed the Dalai Lama, and now shelters countless statues, murals, and sacred relics, a symbol of spirituality and cultural pride. What draws you to these destinations? The pull of untold stories or the thrill of modern exploration? Embracing both angles turns every journey into a deeper discovery. Number 5. The Zodiac, a perpetual guide to destiny. The Chinese zodiac system stands out as a hallmark of national culture, weaving astrology into daily life. For millennia, the lunisolar calendar has revolved around 12 animal signs: rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig, each believed to shape personality traits and life paths. Beyond simple horoscopes, this framework guides major decisions, picking a wedding date, launching a new venture, or even planning a move. Adding depth, the zodiac pairs with the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water to form a 60-year cycle. This blend of symbols and phases creates a complex matrix of compatibility forecasts and fortune-telling traditions. During New Year celebrations, people consult almanacs to select the most auspicious moments, and lion dances or firecracker ceremonies help clear away any misfortune tied to the outgoing sign. Number 4. The evolution of traditional Chinese clothing. In China, what you wear speaks volumes about your heritage and your place in society. Styles like hanfu, qipao, also called cheongsam, tangzhuang, and their variations have been shaped by centuries of dynastic rule. Yet they still carry the same refined lines and decorative flair that marked ancient courts. The hanfu, with its sweeping sleeves, layered robes, and meticulous embroidery, dates back to the Han Dynasty and is widely regarded as the original Chinese costume. Once worn exclusively by emperors and high-ranking officials, it's now making a comeback among young people eager to reclaim a link to their ancestors, popping up at university festivals and cultural gatherings. By contrast, the qipao's sleek silhouette and stand-up collar first emerged in the 1920s, blending Western tailoring with Eastern patterns. Think peonies, bamboo, and mythic symbols. Its close fit highlights posture and movement, embodying both classical charm and contemporary femininity. And then there's the tangzhuang, a modern jacket inspired by Qing Dynasty courtwear, often chosen for formal events or national celebrations because it fuses tradition with a clean, updated look. Weddings showcase these garments at their most vivid. Chinese brides bypass the usual white dress for the red shuhafu, a richly ornamented robe covered with golden dragons and phoenixes that symbolize balance, bliss, and unending love. Crowning it all is the phoenix crown, an elaborate headdress once reserved for imperial concubines. Today, it crowns the bride's head, tying each ceremony back to the grandeur of China's past. Number 3. Festivals, the heartbeat of Chinese culture. Nothing captures China's communal spirit like its festivals. 3 of them, the Lunar New Year, the Mid-Autumn Festival, and the Lantern Festival, serve as cultural cornerstones, bringing families and entire neighborhoods together in shared celebration. The Lunar New Year, or Spring Festival, launches the lunar calendar with a bang. Streets and doorways glow under clusters of red lanterns, while families gather for reunion dinners featuring dumplings, glutinous rice cakes, and whole fish, each dish carrying wishes for prosperity and unity. Children eagerly accept hongbao red envelopes filled with lucky money. Outside, dragon and lion dances thread through the crowds, accompanied by the drum beats and gongs needed to drive off bad luck. Come the Mid-Autumn Festival, the mood shifts to one of moonlit tranquility. Loved ones settle outdoors to admire the brightest full moon of the year, sharing mooncakes, round pastries with sweet or savory fillings that represent completeness. Lanterns shaped like rabbits, lotus blossoms, and butterflies bob along village lanes, and elders retell the legend of Chang'e, the moon goddess, and her companion, the jade rabbit. Finally, the Lantern Festival wraps up the season on the 15th night of the first lunar month. Tens of thousands of lanterns rise into the night or drift on waterways, each carrying a personal wish. Streets fill with the rhythmic stomp of lion dances and the chatter of people solving riddles hung on lanterns, reinforcing bonds and setting the tone for the year ahead. Number 2. A culinary adventure like no other. China's food scene is a journey through color, aroma, and texture, whether you crave fiery heat or delicate subtleties. There's a bite waiting to surprise you. Consider Peking duck, an imperial favorite perfected over centuries. Chefs dry the bird's skin until it crisps under the flame, then carve it so you can wrap slices in thin pancakes with scallions and hoisin sauce. Each mouthful a harmonious blend of crunch and succulence. If spice is your compass, Sichuan hot pot beckons, a communal pot of bubbling broth, thick with chili peppers, Sichuan peppercorns, and fragrant spices, acts as both seasoning and centerpiece. Diners spear raw meats, greens, tofu, and offal into the cauldron, sharing warmth, conversation, and that signature numbing heat. Then there's the street food realm, where every alley holds its own specialty. In Lanzhou, hand-pulled noodles stretch into perfect strands before landing in savory beef broth. Over in Shanghai, Xiaolongbao, tiny dumplings filled with pork and piping broth testify to the precision of Eastern culinary craft. Sweet and sour ribs deliver a playful clash of tangy sauce and tender meat, while dim sum in Guangdong offers bite-sized treasures carried on rolling carts. Meals in China are never just about eating. They're social rituals that forge connections and honor local heritage. Our upcoming travel documentary will peel back the curtain on these time-honored techniques, regional rivalries, and the passionate artisans who turn simple ingredients into lasting memories. Number 1. The cost of living, a balanced perspective. China's rapid growth has produced lifestyles ranging from neon-lit megacities to laid-back historic towns. In Beijing or Shanghai, expect to pay $600–900 per month for a one-bedroom apartment. Move to a smaller city, and similar digs drop to $150, $350. Utilities, electricity, water, internet, add around $40–90 each month. Grocery shopping to cook at home will cost roughly $280 per month, while grabbing a meal at a local diner can run as little as $7. Public transport stands out for its mix of speed and affordability. A monthly subway or bus pass typically costs $15 to $20, and short taxi rides remain within most budgets. Even leisure activities fit neatly into these figures. Gym memberships average $30 to $50, and cinema tickets usually land between $5 and $8. Mobile phone plans with ample data and calling time cost about $10 to $15 per month. These numbers highlight how China balances modern comforts with cost-effective living. Naturally, your personal spending will vary based on housing choices, dining preferences, and entertainment habits. But whether you're a student, a professional, or simply curious, this blend of cultural richness and financial accessibility makes China an enticing place to live, work, or explore. Finally, a tapestry of traditions and innovations. At long last, we've woven together a portrait of China's enduring heritage and cutting-edge progress. Though our journey here may be drawing to a close, remember it's just a snapshot of this ever-evolving land. From sweeping landscapes to the daily rhythms of its people, China's story continues to unfold like chapters in a living history. If you found this travel documentary insightful, please like, comment, and subscribe to Fella Travel for more immersive cultural adventures. Before we sign off, ponder this. What moment on your travels has reshaped the way you see the world? Was it a conversation with a local, a memorable flavor, or an unexpected tale that stayed with you? These are the reflections that remind us why every trip leaves its mark. Thanks for traveling with us. Stay tuned. Our next travel documentary will guide you through China's hidden corners and untold narratives that await your discovery.